Hello, in this video you will learn how to calculate the greatest common factor, also known as the GCF. I will be showing you two different ways to solve problems such as this. Now we will start by looking at these numbers at the top. Those are prime numbers. Prime numbers are numbers that cannot be broken down any further. The only way to get those numbers would be multiplying that number times 1. So as soon as you see any of those numbers in what we're doing, you can stop. Let's start by breaking down the 16. 16 can be broken down into 4 times 4. 4 is not on that list because we can break it up into 2 times 2. And also this one 2 times 2. Notice 2 is right there. So that means that we can stop. 2 cannot be broken down any further. We'll do the same thing for 24. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 is 2 times 3. 4 is 2 times 2. Both 2 and 3 are right there. Therefore, we were able to stop. Now, if you look at the numbers at the end, right here, those are called the leaves. Those cannot be broken down any further. We will be doing the same thing for the letters. We have x squared. X squared means we have x times x. The exponent lets you know how many x's we have. The next one is just x, no exponent. That means that we only have one x. Now we have to write the numbers out for the answer. We will start with number 2. So we need to find a number that both this side and that side have in common. Let's do one at a time. So if I were to pick these two, there would be another 2 right here. So they have a 2 in common, but we're looking for the greatest common factor. That means we have to keep looking for stuff that they have in common. There's another 2 here, and there's another 2 here. I will be putting it here, and I will be multiplying at the end. Let's see. We have another number 2 and another number 2. I will be putting another number 2. Now, we only have a 2 and a 3 left. Those are not the same. We cannot bring them down. We will be repeating the same process with the letters. This one has an X, so does this side. So bring down the X. Now this one still has an X, but there's no X over here. We cannot use the second X on the first term. Now that we have found everything that they have in common, we will be multiplying these 3 numbers. 2 times 2 times 2 gives you 8 times the X. That would be the answer. Another method would be, and we'll be using that for the one on the top right, to see a number that they have in common. So is there a number that divides 20, negative 70, and negative 10? Well, what if we divide by 10? If we divide 20 by 10, we get 2. If we divide negative 70 by 10, we get negative 7. If we divide negative 10 by 10, we get negative 1. Therefore, 10 is the greatest number that we can divide by. And we will be looking at the x's the same way that we did it on problem number 1. X to the 5th means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X to the 4 means 1, 2, 3, 4. X to the 2 means 1, 2. That's how many we have per term. Now we have to look at what's the biggest number that they have in common. This one has 2. This one, I can take 2 from each one and write it down. This one does not have any more. Therefore, I cannot look for any other x's. Now, this would become 10. X times x would be x squared, and this would be the answer.